Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Scrap Squad Sunday. I'm absolutely in love with this layout, and if I had the supplies, I would absolutely do every single thing that they did here. These are supplies from Coco Vanilla Studios, and I think it's Legendary is the collection because I have a lot of those words left that they use for awesome there, and I love them. But I'm going to go with a different title. I'm hoping that this one will be relatively quick to assemble. I'm using my May Mind the Scrap kit almost exclusively. This is from a November kit, and I like this phrase strip here, so I'm going to use that. I have a couple stamped images, and those were stamped with this set of stamps that came in the kit. And so I'm going to put those aside. And I'm actually using this from the April kits. This was one of the, for lack of a better word, it's cut file or stencil or however you want to use it. And I'm going to lay it on top. I'm going to use instead of a white background, I'm going to use a gray one. So I thought the gray would look nice kind of coming through that. It would give some texture to the page. And let's see, this will be my photo cluster, and these are some things I want to use. That's paper that I cut a circle out of. I'm going to kind of put those aside. This is from the Legendary collection, and I have punched a banner from it, and also from this black and white, which is from Jen Hadfield's Hey Hello collection, which I can't believe I actually am using the other side instead of these adorable little hedgehogs. So I'm going to put that aside. We've talked about Legendary. I have cut you'll see in the original, there's this kind of wonky scalloped border. I cut a wonky scalloped border as if I would know how to cut anything else from this paper. I just cut a strip off and then kind of cut it as it came, and I'm going to determine how much of it to use and whether or not to do those little circly things, those little outline things in there. So just in case I do decide to use them, I'm going to grab a white pen, so it's handy. So I'll put that back there, and this came from the 6x8 paper pad that came with the kit, and it is from, there are a lot of the papers that came from Heidi Swapp's Storyline. So that's where I got, and you've seen me use that pad quite a lot lately, so I'm going to put that aside. There's also this paper, and I may not have saved. It's Heidi Swapp's Art Walk paper, and I'm using this, or I used this to cut a frame. So I die cut a frame from it. Okay, so to start assembling, I'm just going to attach this guy. I want the arrows going up because the photo is a graduation photo of my granddaughter Katie. How I'm going to assemble it is I'm going to let this, I actually didn't die cut a frame out of it. I die cut the frames out of a pink. It was actually a pink horizontal stripe, and I laid the die on it diagonally so that I would get a diagonal look. So where this frame right here is wood grain, I actually didn't cut a frame. I'm just going to let it exist as a rectangle or square of paper. And I'm going to overlap, put that on top here so that it kind of extends out from there. Kind of have that extending down. This is going to go right here. actually, I want it maybe to extend up that way. I'm gonna use, and I'll use this one extending above, but going kind of behind that one. Okay, and then let me, okay, I may use this little guy as a platform for my camera. I envision my camera going right here, and there is, in the original, there's a camera overlapping the photo and also overlapping this label, and I didn't have any labels, so I thought I'd use one of the byproducts of cutting the rectangle that I did. I wasn't sure what size I'd wanted. I thought maybe I'd want this size, and this is the inside of this size. So, and then let's see, this I had envisioned would go there, and I probably want to stop it just short of that. So I think I'm going to cut the green off. Let me make sure I get a straight cut so that it works. Okay. And I'm going to let that be flat and maybe have a little bit of space underneath there, and that's where I'll put my word strip, and then these guys are going to go right there. Okay, I think I'm ready to start gluing down, and hopefully that's all that has to be done. I'm not doing any mixed media on this. Let me kind of do that. I kind of want that nice and parallel there. I think the next thing I'm going to do is, now I realize that this, let's see, in that it kind of goes behind. I don't have to have this out quite so far. I want as much of this to show as possible, so that's kind of why I was doing that. I'm gonna let that be there, and I'll go ahead and attach it. Let me kind of make sure that overlaps there. Okay, that's good. This goes underneath this, but and I can put that down with a little bit of liquid glue kind of up at the top. I don't really do a good job of getting the dry glue to stay where I want it to be. Let's see, I've lost my tweezers and I need my tweezers. There they are. Okay, so let me get that. Under there. That's holding. I may even use a little to get this down, to hold that down. It is bridging one layer of paper, this kind of cut file, so I'll kind of glue this down as well. And the rest of it's going to be held by what's on top of it. Okay, so here, I think that's good there. Make sure it's parallel with that. And let me get these up here. Okay, so I am using some cocoa vanilla in this very heavily cocoa vanilla layout. Now I I stamped this on a one of the papers. It was an ombre paper that went from the darker coral that you see here that was kind of right in this part of the frame. And I don't like it as well as I might have liked it with that black stamping on some other color. So I thought I'd get my silver pen, and I kind of went around the lens, and I'm gonna, with a silver, it's the same brand as the white pens I love. It's Uniball, Signo Uniball, and I thought maybe dressing this up with some silver might make that pink not, so I don't want to say jarring, but it won't, not as much of it will show, so the contrast won't be quite as evident. I think that's maybe what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to kind of outline some things here, letting it kind of look a little like doodling. And then having done that to the camera, I may also do it to the strap here. So there. Okay. I don't know if that helped or hurt, but it is what it is, and I'm going to use it. I don't hate it, but it's not necessarily what I would, what I absolutely wanted. Okay, here's, actually I needed to kind of slide that under this, and I'm going to lift this up, and that's going to upend the camera, but I did this a little bit out of order. So I'm going to get this under the photo. There we go. And kind of up here. But the photo is glued there, or no, I guess it's the pink frame. So this is taking more time than it should because I didn't think through the order in which I needed to glue things. So never let it be said that you don't get a good lesson in what not to do when you watch my videos. Okay, there, and then, oh, no. Well, good thing I use a glue that is, well, that's kind of where the little circles are gonna go. Okay, there. That's good, there. And what else do I have that goes there? I have down here the Sunshine and Smiles. In the original, it's kind of overlapping the camera, but I'm going to do it this way so that it just barely overlaps the frame. And I'm good with that. You know what I didn't do was I didn't use this end. Okay, seriously, not a good example. I like it better when it's muted down. So actually that was a mistake that turned out better than what I had originally planned to do. So, yay. The wild card in the whole thing is, well, the wild cards are, I have a square photo, and I'm using this cut file to really give it, you know, kind of some texture behind the behind the photo cluster and above the gray, because I like the gray as it is. But I recognize that I could use a little bit of texture to kind of lift some of that stuff up. Okay, now my title is going to be up here, or I may do it here. I think I will do it here so that it really shows up. Since it's white, and I really don't want to get it confused with in some cases the texture piece is coming through, some cases the gray, some cases the pink. Here you get confused, so it's a little bit simpler here, especially if I do the seam between the two words atop that black and white polka dot. And I'm okay with covering that up because I have a little more of it repeated down here. So let's do it that way. It still kind of keeps everything over towards the side. And I want to pull a few stars from this collection from Bramble Fox. I really like this black one, and I think this shiny, well actually it's a matte black. Ooh, I love these perspectives. I love them when they're shiny. I love them when they're matte. I have, I'm just crazy about these. Okay, here I am. You may say, what did she do with that little banner? That little banner is here, and I'm gonna kind of do it right there. And it's Sunshine and Smiles. And I'm gonna I want at least one of these outline stars. I wish they had a set of just the outline stars. I like those so well. I like using stars on layouts almost as much as hearts, and I've been using stars instead of hearts lately. Let's see, which side do I want to use? One side may be shinier than the other. I like that up there. Okay, and then I'll use a small pink one for down here, maybe, how about right there? That works. Then the next thing I have to do is my little word strip that I was going to use, and then I think we're done. Now there are stars in that paper, which is nice. Okay, so I have here, What a Time to Be Alive. There's also Celebrate Every Tiny Victory, and that might be nice. There's another one that says The Future is Bright, and I thought this one might be more of a nod to the fact that the future is maybe a bit uncertain, if you want to tell the truth about it. But we do what we can, and we celebrate the accomplishment anyway. Katybug is an amazing girl. I am pulling up as much of this larger glue bit, even though it will dry flat, there will be some texture that'll show. Okay, so I'm happy with it. I think it's reasonably true to the original, and I'm looking around for the original. I like it. I think I'm okay. Actually, I might want to put something here. Maybe that word strip, "The future is bright." I'm gonna put some foam behind that. Let's see. Okay, let me fold this down. Anything that I can do at this point to kind of draw the eye or convince the eye that it's more headed over to this side, I think would be better. Okay, I'm going to end it there. I rejected the idea of using this May. The yellow just kind of seemed out of place. There is a goldish yellow there and here, and kind of yellowish wood in that wood grain. And I also had this on hand that I thought about doing here, but this kind of brings that cluster a little more to the left. If I had it to do over, I might bring this further over to the right, because that's one of the things I really like about this. So I'm going to leave it as it is. It's not as true as I might make the next one I did with this, but I'm quite happy with it. So again, thank you for watching. See you next Sunday for another Scrap Squad Sunday. Bye.